Hey, how's it going? Seth here. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough on how you can set up and use QR codes from your Stride account. So QR codes can be insanely useful little tools for a lot of different reasons. You can set them up so that when people scan them with the camera app on their phone, it sends people to a website. You could have it call a phone number. You could have it send a pre-written text. You could have it save business contact details to a person's phone, all kinds of different things. You could even create a pre-written contract for e-signature that a person can scan through and sign from their phone. I mean, the sky's the limit. I'll show you how to do all this stuff right now. So once you're in your Stride account, right over here in the left sidebar, you're going to go down here to sites. And then right up here, you'll see QR codes. And we'll go to this thing right here. Now, one thing I just want to explain, there are plenty of free QR code generators out on the internet right now. And that's totally fine to use those things. But one thing that a lot of these free QR code generators are missing is the ability to track the analytics of what's going on with this QR code. Meaning, did anybody ever actually scan this thing? And if so, when did they do it? How much activity is coming from this QR code? And this can be a big mystery if you don't have these analytics built into the system that you're using. And pretty much everywhere, if you want these analytics, you have to pay for it. Some kind of monthly subscription. But if you're using Stride, you don't, because it's built right into this system and there's no extra cost for this. So once you get here to this QR codes section, you can go right here to create QR code, and we'll see a lot of different things that we can do with this. We're going to start with naming the code. So I'll just call this test code. And this right here is the one that I've used most often, is just sending people to a website URL. It's pretty simple and straightforward right there. If you wanted to send somebody to the about page of your website, or to a sell your property submission form, or even if you had a little video of yourself, a 30 or 60-second video saying, hey, I'm Seth from this land company and I'm looking to buy your land. I'm a real guy, so just go ahead and submit your information. Whatever you want to say in the video is fine. You could upload that to YouTube or Vimeo or Loom or wherever, and then grab that link and put that in here. That's another idea of how you could use this. Or you could also do this review link, have people leave you some kind of online review. If you want to build your online reputation, you could put a phone number in here. So if somebody is too lazy to type in the phone digits, or if you're afraid they're going to do it wrong, it's don't worry, just scan the code and your phone will do all the work. You could have them send a text message to you, emails, you can do payment links, WhatsApp. If you're a WhatsApp person, you can send them to a funnel, which is basically just a pre-made series of websites you could create on your Stride account if you have a funnel. Or you could have them fill out a form, survey, quiz, business card. So there's lots of different things you can do here. In this case, I'm just going to make a website link. We'll go ahead and click next here. And we just put in the URL of wherever we want to send these people. So when I think about putting something like this on a mail piece, for example, so one thing that could help build credibility for me and my business, if they just get a random piece of mail with no other information, something like a video or a picture of yourself or anything you can think of that would help explain to the person who you are and why you're trustworthy, you can put on that page that you send them to. I could just send them to REtipster.com. I've even got a whole blog post about QR codes and how you can use them. We could send them there, whatever you want to do. And we'll go ahead and go to the next thing here. Really cool thing here, a lot of QR code generators, even the ones that are paid, don't have this. But if you want to pretty up your QR code and make it look a certain color or put your logo in there, whatever you want, you have options for that too. So I'm just going to keep mine black, but say if we wanted to make this thing blue, put that hex code in there. We can click through here, put whatever color we want. You get the idea. You can play around as much as you want to. We can also change the shapes of these different components. So we could make it, circles, or we could change them to little dots in the middle. The bottom line is the QR code is going to work the same way regardless. You're just changing little bits and pieces of the aesthetic of the code and how it looks. Go down here. If you have a logo you want to upload, or if you want to use one of these pre-made logos, say if you've got a YouTube video you want to send them to, you could do that. Or you can pick one from your system and upload it, or use one that's already there and put that in there. It's up to you. And then right down here, page background. So I don't ever really use this, but if for some reason you wanted to put a background image behind your QR code, you could. Doesn't really seem necessary to me, but whenever you're done with the thing, you just go here and download it. You'll notice there's this PNG or PDF or SVG file. So usually PNG is what I'm going to do. Go ahead and download this thing. And now we've got this image. So I'm going to go ahead and take my phone out, open up the camera app. And by the way, if you want to try this and see if this works, you can try it too. Just going to go to my photos on my iPhone here and scan this thing. And one thing you'll notice when you try to do this is that by default, what it's going to do is it's going to route them through stridecrm.co and then forward them to whatever place you told them to go through. If you don't want to have that Stride CRM forwarding function in there, all you have to do is hook up a domain to your account and then it will forward through your domain. But if you don't have a domain hooked up, it's going to default to routing them through Stride, but it's going to send them to the same end destination anyway. Click on this. I see stridecrm.co popping up. I'll click on that and there we go. It just sent me to that blog post. So it's as simple as that. Now, one other thing I want to show you is the analytics, because that's really cool. Go ahead and save this thing. And right up here, we can click on this thing that says analytics, and we can pick the code that we're trying to use here. And we can see this one right here that I just created. So that's the one that was made on June 24. We can see the one time I scanned it. We can also see how many of those scans were unique scans. So that can be really useful. We can also see down here the two different ones. I've created this one down here and the one I just made right there. And another thing you can do, I've not tried this yet, but say if you wanted to bulk upload a bunch of different URLs that point to different things and have QR codes made for each one of them, you can do that right here. And if you create a bunch of different QR codes for different reasons, say like a bunch of them for sending a text message for some reason, and a bunch of them for going to a website, you can create folders and group all those QR codes together into the appropriate folders just to help keep them organized. And there you go. That's how you can create QR codes really easily within Stride. Hope you enjoy it. Have fun with it. Talk to you next time.